Did Jesus really die on the cross? Some say no. He only fainted or swooned, and woke up in the tomb on the third day. So he only appeared to come back from the dead. This is called swoon theory, and there are several problems with it. The Roman soldiers weren't stupid. They were expert killers. They knew the difference between a coma and death. They had ways of finding out, like checking pulse or signs of breathing. John 19:33 says the Roman soldiers found him dead. His disciples who removed him from the cross weren't stupid either. If he felt like a living human, they would have known he was alive. When they felt his body getting colder and stiffer over time, there would have been no doubts about his death. And that's assuming Jesus had only just died when they took him down. Likely, he had already been dead for a while. It's also important to consider the condition that Jesus was in. Jesus had first been flogged before his crucifixion. He would have endured 39 lashes from the cat o' nine tails, a 9-stranded whip with sharp objects like glass or bone at the ends. His body was scourged. He lost a lot of blood. He was not in good condition, and likely not far from death, even without the crucifixion. John 19:34 says, "Instead, one of the soldiers pierced Jesus' side with a spear, bringing a sudden flow of blood and water." This is an effect of circulatory shock. When victims of circulatory shock die, they often get pleural effusion, which is exactly what the verse describes. Jesus was dead. Afterward, they laid him in a tomb. Now let's assume for a moment that perhaps Jesus was still alive, just in a coma. The linen wrappings would have decreased his oxygen, possibly suffocating him. For someone in a coma with traumatic injuries, who's nearly died from asphyxiation, that's not good. Because breathing is extremely difficult in crucifixion. In order to breathe on a cross, you have to push yourself up instead of just hanging there. Now, if you pass out, you can't push yourself up, so you're going to suffocate. And he would have been severely dehydrated from his blood loss. In order for Jesus to resuscitate, he would first have to survive all of that, and then receive immediate, extreme medical care. It just does not add up. Jesus truly died. Tom Holland, no, not that one. Tom Holland, who is not a Christian, argues in his book Dominion that Jesus did in fact die. He writes, "After his death, a spear was jabbed into his side. There is no reason to doubt the essentials of this narrative. Even the most skeptical historians have tended to accept them." There are no good reasons to believe swoon theory. Jesus died. That's not just plausible, it's undeniable. And it is not a good objection to the resurrection of Jesus.